Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 10th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got more Google search ranking volatility. Google's AI mode expands once again. Google Business Profile Insights and updated Bing Places, and Google Ads and Microsoft Advertising News. So definitely stay tuned. A lot to discuss. And of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb is the all-in-one strategic SEO software. They have a little clip about a new feature they have for you. So please go ahead and watch this. You can always skip over it if you want to, but here it is.
If your brand isn't visible in Gen AI, you're handing the opportunity straight to your competitors. But how do you see if you're showing up? Do you even know the right metrics to track? It's time to get clarity. It's time to shine a light on your Gen AI performance. With SimilarWeb, track your brand visibility so you can really understand your presence and see your actual competitors, what your audience is asking, and what Gen AI says about you. But visibility is only half of the picture. What about traffic? We got you. Analyze the Gen AI traffic for any competitor and see the pages getting visits. Shine a light on the full Gen AI picture to start winning in this new era of search. Learn more at similarweb.com.
Thank you again to SimilarWeb for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. Okay, so the other day I reported that we saw a significant amount of chatter in the SEO industry around Google search ranking volatility. That chatter spiked up around October 7th through 8th and even through the 9th. A lot of people are noticing significant ranking volatility, meaning different traffic patterns from Google, ranking changes in Google search over the past few days. This is the first big spike we had in a while. A lot of this is because people aren't able to track it as well as they used to because of all the recalibration of these tools when Google removed that num 100 parameter for the search for the tools, the third-party tools, to actually track rankings. That being said, we're starting to notice a significant change over there. I don't think it's related to that Google search serving bug, which we'll talk about. But it does seem to be related to some changes going on in Google. I posted a bunch of chatter comments, quotes, and so forth from the SEO community and some of the tools and charts. Most of the charts are still kind of all over the place, but it does seem like there was something happening around the 7th, October 7th, 8th, and maybe into the 9th. And then, as I said, late on Friday, Google confirmed a serving issue with Google Search where it wasn't able to serve some pages in some locales, according to Google. The issue started around 5:12, probably before that, but Google posted about around 5:20 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, last Friday, and it went through actually just about October 6th, around 4:30ish or so p.m. Eastern. It's unclear how widespread the issue. It was wide enough that people noticed when Google actually posted about it, but it wasn't something that Google aimed to fix like within seconds. It was something that Google took their days and days and days to actually fix. Then Google announced this week that Google AI mode has expanded to 35 new languages and 40 new countries and regions and territories. Google said they're expanding AI mode to more than 35 new languages and over 40 new countries and territories. It's now available in over 200 countries and different territories. I included all the different languages it supports, which is a lot. Google initially only launched this with English, but now they're available in many, many locations and many, many countries. So AI mode is definitely expanding very, very fast, as you thought it would. And then Google's try-on feature, where you can actually try on clothing virtually on your own body, which they announced at I.O., and previously with other people's bodies before I.O. in May, Google added now the ability to try on different shoes on your body. And also, not just shoes, but they actually expanded this to Australia, Canada, and Japan. This was announced earlier this week, and it seems to be rolling out soon in those countries, but the shoe feature should be live in the US right now. Google's testing a more publisher-friendly AI overview for recipe bloggers, for recipe sites. It's been tested. I don't see it live yet. I hope it goes live. This is spotted by Inspired Taste on X, who said, meanwhile, in the world of AIOs, this is a much better Google. Instead of an untested AI Frankenstein recipe, as a default response, there is a basic recipe overview, rich result links, credit where credit is due, he said. And this beforehand, Google would mash up other people's recipes into their own recipe and then not give credit anywhere. Now Google's actually saying, here's a recipe from these different types of bloggers, and you can go ahead and access those recipes over there, and it will summarize it. You don't have to necessarily click over, but there's more of a chance that you would click over to that recipe blogger's site, which is pretty cool. Google also is testing a feature called Ask AI Mode Anything. It's a new carousel feature. This is spotted by Sandeep, who posted about it on X. I can't replicate this, but Sachin Patel also was able to replicate this. So it does seem to be something Google's testing. It's an interesting feature, and I find it very weird. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but it is there. And then Google seems to be testing, or maybe this is a bug, where you click on the Show More button in the AI overview, and it directly jumps you to AI mode, as opposed to you have to click on the dive deeper in AI mode or a button to go into AI mode. It just drives you right into AI mode. Seems like it's a bug. I asked Google if it's a bug. I didn't hear back. This was spotted by Harpreet. Nice find there. I'm not sure. Also, Brody Clark was able to replicate this as well. It does seem like a bug, but it's unclear. I was not able to replicate this as well, so we'll see. And then Google's testing a new version of its AI-generated search results snippets. Before, we saw them testing summarizations of the AI snippet below the actual snippet itself in the Google search results. Now, both Paul Shapiro and I think Brody Clark both spotted the ability of where Google's showing a fully generated description in the search results by AI. There's a little Gemini logo next to it. Here's a screenshot of that. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this, but Google's always been testing. And then Google's also rolling out a new voice search technology where they're powered by Speech-to-Retrieval, what they're calling S2R technology. This is spotted by Gagan Gorta, who basically noticed this and on the Google research blog. And the research blog said, this is not research. This is something that's actually live now powering Google's voice search, new speech-to-retrieval technology. It makes it much more fluid and easier for Google to actually convert your speech text into actual text, which is pretty cool, and that's live right now. Nice find there, Gagan. Also, Microsoft Advertising on their blog posted a pure organic SEO post. Nothing to do with advertising, purely to do with SEO and ranking. It's called How to Optimize for AI Search Answers, written by a Bing principal manager who works in the Bing search results. And it's weird. It goes through all the steps on how to do SEO on the Microsoft Advertising blog. It's a useful blog post, but you would expect that to be on the Bing blog and not the Microsoft Advertising blog. I don't know. You probably should keep those separate, but I guess they want a different type of audience for that. And then on the local side, Google Business Profiles has released a new help document, a new a new form to report negative review extortion scams. It's a big issue for Google Maps and for local listings where people will go ahead and scammers will go ahead and extort small businesses to say, we're going to leave a 1 or 2 star review unless you pay us this or do this. Google's like, do not respond to them. They have a whole help document where you can actually go ahead and report these, and hopefully Google will be able to act on these based on that. And then Google is testing a new Insights button in the Google Business Profiles section. When you click on this, it takes you to a new Insights section, which tells you insights on tips and recommendations on how to actually improve your Google Business Profile. This is spotted by OMG National and William SEO Pro. Nice find there. On the local side also, Bing Places is rolling out its new dashboard. It started to roll out early Friday morning, a week ago. This was initially spotted and told to me by Luke Pennycack and the folks over at Local Search Forum who started to see it roll out. And then Microsoft announced it later that day on Friday, saying, today we're excited to announce the launch of new Bing Places for Business experience, an evolution shaped by deep user research, thoughtful design, and committed to help businesses owners thrive in local search. It's basically a redesign. You can do a bunch of other things. Microsoft moved bingplaces.com to bing.com/forbusiness. There's a bunch of updates to the import process, and there's a new recommendation tool and so forth. So it's all there. Definitely check it out if you have a business because you want to see how your business looks on Bing Places. Then Google Merchant Center has added a new promotions feature called Google Wallet. This is spotted by Emmanuel Flossie, who said he found it from Gabriele Benedetti. And he posted about it on his blog and LinkedIn and a YouTube video where he says you can go to the Google Promotions tab in Google Merchant Center and add a promotion. There's a new option for Google Wallet. So definitely take a look at that. If you are using Google Wallet, you can use that promotion feature. And also Google Merchant Center now lets you use your own brand or company name in the short title of the Merchant Center schema stuff. So if you want to use that for the short title attribute, you can now use that if it makes sense where you manufacture your own stuff. And then I go to the Google Ads side. Google is testing a new tab, a new report called the Missed Growth Opportunities Report. This was spotted by Maggie Humphreys. Nice find there. It basically gives you a report showing you what you missed in terms of opportunities with ads, if you change your ad spend and so forth. A cool report to have there. Then Google on the ad side revealed the dates for when call-only ads are going away and being replaced by RSAs or transitioning to RSAs. we knew this was happening. Google told us about a year ago this is happening, but now Google said on February 26th, all options to create new call-only ads will be removed, and then by February 2027, all existing call ads will stop receiving impressions. Google wants you to use the transition guide to transition now as opposed to be forced to transition where Google does it automatically. They want you to control that, but keep that in mind. These are going away. Microsoft's advertising ad grant program will be shut down in December. Microsoft announced this or sent out emails to those who are using it, and the ad grants will stop being, the final grants will be rewarded on November 30th, 2025, and then nonprofits will have 45 days to spend that ad grant. So according to this, as of December 1st, there's no more ad grant money going to Microsoft advertisers. And then on the AdSense side, Google announced that there's going to be a new section called Authorized Buyers to replace the ad network's blocking controls. Blocking controls for safety and brands within the AdSense will have this new Authorized Buyer section to do the blocking controls. This will start on November 6th, so keep that in mind. That's happening very, very soon. And then for some reason, there's this weird GA4 surge. I don't think it's specific to GA4. It's other tracking analytics tools as well, where people specifically seems to be in e-commerce platforms, not one platform, it's a bunch of platforms, but e-commerce specifically, it seems, I'm not sure 100%, that there's people are noticing a huge surge in traffic when it comes to their organic search traffic. But if you look at the Google Search Console data, everything is flat. So it seems to be bot activity. I posted about it this morning. I'm hoping to get more information about this. But if you are noticing a huge surge in organic traffic, but it's not showing up in Google Search Console, it might be bot related. Hopefully I'll have more information. But again, I'm posting about this morning on the Search Engine Roundtable. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com. Again, thanks to SimilarWeb for sponsoring. Deeply appreciated. Have a great, safe weekend. And I'll see you guys next. Just a heads up, I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, but then back for a while. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.